Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome for the first time if you are new. We are back to watch another episode of House of the Dragon. This is Season 2, Episode 4. This one is called The Red Dragon and the Gold. Based on the trailer for this episode from last week, this episode is going to pop off. Lots of fighting, lots of war is going to happen, and I am cautiously excited. Like, I'm excited to see the fighting, but I also know that that probably means someone's going to die, and I'm not prepared for who it might be. I haven't read the book that this is based on, so I don't know anything, and I just don't want it to be... Who do I not want it to be? I don't even know who it could be. Like, everyone in the story seems too important. So, hopefully not another one of Rhaenyra's kids. That would be a bummer, because I feel like she's just lost a lot already. But we're going to jump into this. So before we do that, if you end up enjoying my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. If you're new here, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon or joining YouTube memberships. You just sync up your own copy of the episode and you can watch along with me. But other than that, let's jump into Season 2, Episode 4 of House of the Dragon. An empty throne room. Is this another dream? Yeah, it's gotta be another dream.
Speak plainly.
So interesting. I like that they keep bringing her back.
Stop.
You created me.
Stop it.
Excuse me? Cut her head off in your dream? How dare you? That's crazy. Just this decapitated head.
Mario Great.
He is tripping.
Aegon's army departed King's Landing a fortnight ago. The castles of Rosby and Stokeworth have both fallen without siege. Sir Kristen's army might have Harrenhal as its destination. Even if you can raise a host of rivermen, it will not be ready in time to face him.
Like, what's the point in even having this castle? It is completely dilapidated.
Paramount is made of.
Paramount? Paramount sucks. I hate Paramount with a fiery passion.
This is Sir Oscar Tully, grandson to Grover Tully. He is heir to Riverrun and the future Lord Paramount of the Riverlands.
Hell yeah.
King Consort Daemon Targaryen.
It is an honor, Your Grace.
Indeed.
You're standing a little too close to his chair, buddy.
Well, my time is short and I have need of an army. Perhaps you might place a feather pillow over his head and speed along your inheritance.
I love my grandsire.
Kill
Like
him.
a father.
Kill him, please.
Are you here to speak with your grandsire's voice for House Tully in the Riverlands?
While he still lives?
Yeah, dude. Why else are you here?
That is not our way.
Then you're of no use to me. Summon the Blackwoods here. I require men of action to lead my host of rivermen.
Facts. Tully's ain't gonna do nothing. Stay your ass at home, kid.
I'm given to understand my lord husband owes you his life.
Dang Skippy.
But I was not told his saviour was so comely. Your mother must have been very beautiful.
Rhaenys.
Is there something more to that I'm not picking up on? Is that like his bastard or something?
I know who he is, Corlys. Alan's past is no fault of his.
I think so,
He
yeah.
saved his
Okay.
lord's life. He should be raised up and honored, not hidden beneath the tides.
Is this why you came?
Oh, the little dragon. Oh, dang. Vizzy T's dragon.
As requested. I brewed it myself.
Thank you.
Oh. She is concerned that she is Pringles can. That she is the
Grandmaster.
Preggernaut.
Tell me, do you believe Viserys wanted Aegon to succeed him?
No.
I could not know. His Grace never raised the matter with me.
But you not saying yes is all she needs to hear. That is the morning after tea, right? Yeah.
You should have burned them when you had the chance.
Perhaps you can, Sir Alfred, when you next sight them on your dragon.
Oh shit. She
The only
says
reason
quit
we know
talking.
Any of this is because of Baela's efforts.
An enemy host growing in constitution marches somewhere in the vastness of the Crown Lands. We could perhaps act if only we
Bruh.
had a host of our own, or someone here to lead us.
Mind your tongue, Sir Alfred.
Yeah, Alfred. You've been talking a lot of smack lately.
This council is rudderless.
I'm doing my best to steer it, Sir Alfred.
Why should your voice be any louder than ours?
You know damn well why.
We do not know the Queen's doings. But we must trust that she seeks the same as each of us at this table.
That guy's gonna betray them.
An end to this conflict.
I can already tell. At some point, that dude is gonna turn against them. Okay, look at all these dead people. Who all them be?
Men of House Darkland, all who bend the knee to the true King Aegon will be spared.
Never mind. We don't like these people.
All who refuse
Kristen Cole, I hate your guts.
will have their death.
I'm gonna be honest. If I was like a common person fighting in this army, I'd be like, yeah, dude, totally. I absolutely bend the knee to your king. Whatever. And then the next time someone comes around, yeah, bend the knee to you too.
Kingmaker.
Oh, he's gonna cut your head off personally.
You're not fit for the White Cloak.
Oh, and doesn't he know it too?
This is a better death than a traitor deserves.
His own insecurities being told to him publicly.
Yours will come in kind.
You've received a letter.
We'll lead the van northeast. Follow the coastline.
But Harrenhal is to the west.
We're doing a sneaky sneak.
Indeed it is.
Daemon, of all people, has taken Harrenhal. I give you a job, and now you just sit there. It's your fucking castle!
Well, that castle is more crippled than I am, Your Grace. It's like to drive Daemon to madness as he attempts to make use of it, which is beyond his faculties.
It will drive him to madness. He's already kind of going down that route.
I need to be informed of these things. If I am to make informed rulings, I will not be made to look a fool in front of my allies and enemies.
Harrenhal must wait.
Yeah, they're setting this dude up to fail.
Sir Kristen is marching on Rook's Rest. This war will not be won with dragons alone, but with dragons flying behind armies of men.
No.
Smart.
Cole is already preparing his attack.
How do you know this?
He sent word to me.
Why to you?
The two of you have been plotting
without my authority.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gaumaus ne hurta mi repagon ai opevoles. Lokoston kodabri predagon. Prosia potaule de repagon. Sielvotaro mi sirto mi tiripiti vetogon.
Facts. No one else here understands. I wonder how many of them put some time into learning this language. Oh, he barely even put any effort into learning it. He's so bad.
Right now, Rook's Rest is an easy target, but a worthy effort.
He is feeling emasculated in front of his whole court, which means he's definitely going to lash out and do something dangerous.
You've not seemed yourself of late.
Only weeks ago, my lord husband was alive, and the realm was at peace.
It's only been weeks. Jesus.
Barely had the hours to grieve one tragedy before suffering the next. I regret if I have not been myself.
Yeah, basically, shut up.
You shared your lord husband's love for the histories.
If not his love, then certainly an abiding interest.
Is she trying to figure out what the tale is? Song of Ice and Fire.
Do you now doubt his intentions?
Yeah. Yeah.
Rhaenyra's supporters will believe what they wish. And so will Aegon's. The war will be fought. Many will die. And the victor will eventually ascend the throne.
Doesn't really matter if she doubts.
The significance of Viserys' intentions died with him.
Man is straight up just going crazy. I would not be able to... I wouldn't be able to stay here for any longer than an hour. I'd be like, bro, I'm tripping. I need to leave. Is that Aemond? Kind of walks like Aemond, and he looks like he has an eye patch on. Ooh. Okay. Daemon with an eye patch. Spooky lady.
It's a touch late to be stalking about a strange castle putting its people to the sword.
I wonder if that's a
I'm called Alice.
metaphor for the parallels between Daemon and Aemond.
Rivers.
How they're kind of like the same people.
So what are you then? Some kind of maester?
In a manner of speaking.
She's a witch.
Harrenhal's been cursed since its first stone was laid.
And the fact that you've been
Black hadn't fell the
wandering.
grove of weirwood trees that grew on these lands. Heart trees imbued with the spirits of those who lived long before he came. It's said their whispers can still be heard
A
sometimes.
midwife's tale.
The very bed you sleep in was made from such a heart tree. So you've come here after quarreling with your wife.
What?
She knows things.
Do you now plan to make your own claim? Perhaps to prove yourself to her?
Do not try me with your insolence, witch.
It's a hard thing, I imagine, to give obeisance to one who replaced you as heir.
She knows so
A woman
much.
too, a girl child, you bounced on your knee.
She is getting to the heart of things.
Here, drink this. You'll need your sleep if you're to win this place to your side.
He is struggling.
Some 20 years ago, my lord bent the knee to King Viserys and acknowledged the Princess Rhaenyra as his rightful heir.
So you fight for this old oath, not of course for your 1,000-year-old feud with the Brackens.
Well, that too.
I once vied for Queen Rhaenyra's hand. Before she wed Seleno.
Are you the You the young little dude who killed that one guy?
And you're prepared to march without the leave of your lord.
His dead wife.
Your Grace.
Kingmaker, they're calling him. And with Aemon and Vhagar also at the ready, we are a formidable opponent.
You bore me. You all bore me.
Yeah. He is gonna do something that doesn't bore him, and that is
Perhaps Christian
taking his
will be
dragon
able
to go
procure
fight.
more livestock through his campaign.
Well, any coin we can save will be a welcome bounty.
They just keep the important stuff going, even when the king leaves. Like, he's inconsequential.
They don't care what I think.
It's because you're stupid.
Who? Aegon?
My council. Cole, Aemond, they pursue their campaign without seeking my aid, or even my thoughts.
What thoughts would you have?
I'm the king.
Do you think simply wearing the crown imbues you with wisdom?
Damn. She's
Men at your council table
sassy now.
earned their seats. It was my hope that, once enthroned, you would honour the burden of your new duties, be silent, and strive to learn from the more studied minds around you, in the hope that you might be half the king your father was.
And you're not even a quarter.
Or what? You'll hang me as you did your rat catchers, or have me banished as you did your hand. I ruled in your father's absence throughout his long illness, and Otto Hightower was as cunning a statesman as ever lived. You should humbly be seeking our opinions and counsel. You have no idea the sacrifices that were made to put you on that throne.
Jeez, she's just telling it like it is. She's bitter and is sick of the situation she's in.
Do, Mother?
Do simply what is needed of you.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Who wrote this show? You're useless. But that's, again, all of this emasculating of him is gonna make him do something dangerous.
We need to send a dragon.
Where?
To support the war that your vassals have been fighting in your absence, Your Grace.
Oh, damn, Jace.
Where have you been these last days? You vanished without so much as a word.
I apologize for my absence and the secrecy, but such was necessary. I went to King's Landing.
To what possible end?
To meet Queen Alicent and sue for peace.
You saw Alicent?
Yes, I did.
You could have been taken or slain.
I inherited 80 years of peace from my father.
She's not gonna so easily let that end.
Only one choice remains to me.
War.
Either I win my claim, or die.
We stand at the ready.
Is daring us to act.
We need to send a dragon.
Who's it gonna be?
I will go.
My queen.
You cannot.
That's a bold move.
If you die, all is lost. Send me.
No.
I will burn Cole's lines and withdraw before King's Landing could even
You lack
raise
the
alarm.
experience.
It's true. You do.
You must send me, Your Grace. Meleys is your largest dragon and no stranger to battle.
Yeah.
I will meet Cole.
It's the most logical choice. He's gonna go too, isn't he? Frick. Ugh. Maybe he dies, though. That'd be nice. Yep, he is gonna go do some shenanigans.
There's something I need to tell you, Jace.
She's gonna tell you a story.
Something I should have told you when you first became heir to the throne.
The Song of Ice and Fire. He is going. Oh. He's going and he's going drunk.
I never told you because I was
Sunfire?
unsure that I believed it myself. The Targaryen who sits the Iron Throne is not just a king or a queen.
Off to battle, old girl.
The horrors I have just loosed cannot be for a crown alone.
Yeah, it's a bigger picture.
Aegon the Conqueror's dream. He called it the Song of Ice and Fire.
Okay. Damn, they're sending the people that they just fought against. They're sending them first. You are cannon fodder. You are here so that they don't lose any of their own guys.
Make the signal.
What signal?
All is going to plan.
Oh, they wanted to draw a dragon out. Should go for the tree line instead. Oh no, that's Vhagar. Vhagar and Sunfire? God dang it.
Boss, Vhagar, Sir Daor.
Yeah, maybe if he dies. Vhagar's like, hell yeah, nap time. Another dragon.
This was your secret plot, Carl. For the king himself to lay ambush and mayhap die in the attempt. No!
Loose more signal arrows!
Yeah.
Your king has joined you!
Cole is like, fuck. King screwed up. This was an easy ambush to take a dragon. Ooh. Spicy. Oh, Sunfire. That's some boiling blood. I think Sunfire's gonna die. Oh, it's so ominous. It's like Godzilla. And it's like so silent. Oh no. He's gonna look like a hero when he comes in though. He recognizes what the plan is. He's like, you bastard. Intentionally waited to save the king, or maybe kill her as soon as Sunfire's dead. Oh, don't do that. Oh, he does not care if he kills you. Oh, snap. Poor Sunfire. Oh, that king, he's dead. There's no way he lived. Oh, shit. She's turning around. Oh, no. Oh, no. She's not beating Vhagar. Look how small it is. Oh, that's probably so hot. Ooh, hopefully Cole died there. Probably not, but hopefully. Jesus. Just casually steps on those guys. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. Right on top of the castle too. Oh. God dang it. Well, hopefully the king died too. God, pissing me off. And that's probably going to be the end too, right? Oh no, okay. Thank God. Hopefully your ribs are broken, you rat fuck. Damn, these guys are... Ugh. Just melted. And he's not even gonna get the credit for, like, leading this charge. It's gonna go to Sir Gawain. Is no one concerned about the king? He crashed in the middle of the forest.
The king has fallen. We must find him.
That's a corpse. Oh my god. Jeez, he's the only one going to look for the king. And he's gonna be alive too, just to make me even more mad.
Daemon!
Oh, he was gonna do it. I wonder if he can read what's on there. Sunfire's cooked. Is he dead? Is he dead? Yes or no? I need to know. I hope he is. God, I hope he is. Come on. You need to give me the answers I seek. Okay, what an absolute disaster for Rhaenyra's side, honestly. Like, things could not have gone worse for them in this event. I mean, the only possible, like, concession that they got that could lead to some successful things or some, you know, positives for their side is that we're not 100% sure if the king is alive or dead. My guess is that he is alive, just based on the trailer for next episode. He's definitely alive, I'm pretty sure. We don't know if his dragon is going to make it, and we don't know if he's going to make it. But currently, they are both still alive. Aemond could have taken him out, decided not to. Well, decided. He was kind of caught in the middle of the act and chose not to. But for all intents and purposes, this was almost the worst possible thing that could have happened. The only thing that could have been worse is if Rhaenyra herself had gone. She was tempted, like she was gonna go herself and then decided against it. Or, well, her council decided against it. And if she had gone, she's dead. Like, that's the end of the war right there. She is not going to win that fight against Vhagar. Pretty much no one is going to win that fight against Vhagar. Maybe Daemon can do it at some point, but currently, like, no one's winning that fight. Speaking of Daemon, let's talk over Daemon's storyline so far in this episode. So he had that whole dream sequence last season where they, or not last season, last episode, where they brought back Millie Alcock. And I was thinking, hey, you know, they brought her back for one scene. Kind of crazy that they got her back for that, but super cool. Turns out they got her back for some more. And we get this opening sequence, which they describe as a reversal of a shot in season 1 where she went into the throne room and he was on the throne. This time, she's on the throne. She's got the crown on. She's speaking in perfect High Valyrian. Like, she is the picturesque ruler in that situation. You know, all of his fears and insecurities made manifest in that moment, right? Like the position that he has wanted, the throne that he has wanted, stolen in his mind by this little girl, this girl that his father loves more than him, who he remembers, you know, bouncing on his knee, and she's just like, she's so good. Millie Alcock is incredible. Having her back for these scenes has been awesome. And in this nightmare, you know, he makes the choice in this nightmare to cut her head off. And I think it's an interesting disposition that he's in, because in real life, I don't think he would make that decision, but he's also like mentally, internally grappling with his desires here, because half of him like truly loves Rhaenyra and would never turn against her and will fight for her and fight behind her for her cause until the day he dies. And then there's another half of him that is deeply jealous of the situation that she's in, and a side of him that believes that he should be the one ruling this country. And that side is the side that acts in his nightmare and cuts off Rhaenyra's head. And it's such an interesting, moment that he's going through, because this haunted castle is like driving him insane. And whether or not that's him dealing with his own failures and his own sins, like his own personal guilt driving that, or if it's the spookiness of the castle, or if it's the witch Alice that's doing it. Like, there's many things that it could be, or it could be all those things, but it's all coalescing into like driving him insane. And Cole and Aemond called it correct. They're like, why? Like, what's the point? Like, why would we go take Harrenhal? That place is haunted. Like, let Daemon have it. Let him just sit there and go insane, and we'll keep winning battles here and there and build this massive army, and then we can just go kill him whenever we want. Like, what's the point? And they're kind of right. He's wandering the castle at night, sword drawn, because he's going insane. He's seeing images or visions of himself in Aemon's outfit, which is such an interesting choice. Like, they could have just got Aemon's actor to be in that in that moment, but instead they chose to put Daemon in the costume. And there's multiple ways you could view that. Part of it is like, Daemon was very instrumental in the creation of Aemon. Like, his actions, both in terms of how he treated this child, but then just like the inspirational image of who he was, kind of crafted Aemon as a person, right? He looked up to him as this like badass like warrior, like so cool. He wanted to be him. And then just the way he treated him as well. It's like he kind of molded and forged this individual, which is very interesting. But then they're also kind of like the same person, like the way they act, the way they do things, their attitudes, their warrior style, like all of these things, they're very, very similar. Visually, they're very similar. And so I imagine Daemon kind of sees him as like a younger version of himself, very, very similar, And so when he's having this vision, he just literally sees himself in this outfit. And it's so interesting. And then he runs into Alice, and they have this kind of like interesting moment. Like, it was simultaneously like she was creepy, but then they were also like had this loosely flirty banter that kind of got a little intimate at the end when she gave him that like potion. Like, she got real up close. So I'm curious if they're gonna try and do something there. That would be very interesting if they developed that. And I'm curious to see where that leads. But then yeah, he drinks that potion, and it immediately cuts to him meeting with one of the Blackwoods, and I believe it was the Blackwood that we saw in season 1, the little dude that wanted to marry Rhaenyra, and he killed one of the Brackens. And it's kind of just interesting to have that character back. But he's like, Daemon's like tripping. He's seeing Laena just walking around the stuff, like all of his past failures and sins are coming back to haunt him in this castle, and it's such an interesting moment in his life, and I'm curious to see how it drives his actions going forward. And then let's talk about Alicent and Aemond. Or not Aemond. Alicent and Aegon. So Alicent, obviously she had the chat with Rhaenyra, end of last episode. She enters this whole situation doubting, right? She's like, I don't know if I'm right. Like, what if he didn't change his mind? What if he held true to Rhaenyra till the end and I just misinterpreted everything and screwed everything up? And she's reading through all these histories, probably trying to find evidence of the Song of Ice and Fire. Like, she's trying to see, like, what is this? Can I read more about it? She doesn't realize it's only on that dagger and only passed from heir to heir. And she's asking people, she's like, do you think that he chose Aegon? And even the Maester's like, like he doesn't give her a firm answer. And it's like, it's really all she needs, right? Is multiple people are essentially telling her, like, hey, like, this dude's not it. Like, he's not the guy. And she's also got a ton on her mind, right? She just drank the plan tea, right? She drank the morning after tea because she was presumably pregnant with Kristen Cole's baby. I'm curious to see if her romantic feelings towards him really changed. I mean, they kind of were in a fight last episode, and now she's realized that Rhaenyra is the rightful ruler. I don't know. It's tough. I mean, her and Kristen have been a team before Vizzy T died. So maybe her feelings towards him won't change, but her feelings toward the whole situation have changed quite drastically, right? I mean, she had the talk with Larys where she's like, well, he asks her, like, are you doubting Vizzy T's decision or, like, his motives? And she's essentially like, it doesn't matter. Like, at this point, like, she recognizes she's stuck in this situation, and she's like, people are gonna believe what they want on each side, and I think we're beyond the point of his intentions mattering. Like, there's no situation where both sides come together and publicly are like, hey, turns out we screwed up and I actually misinterpreted this. Like, they've decided on the narratives. There's no going back. And she's accepted that, but then she goes in and she just sees her son, like the king, as this bumbling idiot who doesn't know anything. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's literally in the council meeting, and Aemon is like, yeah, we're making these decisions. Kristen Cole and I planned this without you because what's the point in involving you with this? You're stupid and you don't know how to do anything. And Aegon's like, why would you do this without me? Like, you're plotting without me? And they start this conversation in High Valyrian where Aemon is like, do you have a better idea? Like, you're trash. You're bad at everything. Why would I consult you? Like, I'm basically going to kill you. Like, he's straight up telling him, I'm gonna kill you and take your throne. Like, that's, you know, once this war is won and you are king, I'm gonna kill you, and then I'm the king. And Aegon's just, like, emasculated, just demeaned in every possible way. And he leaves. He leaves the council, and he's like, screw this. And he walks out the door, and they just continue. They just continue the business as usual, right? Like, he's literally useless. There's no reason for him to be there. And then his mom walks in, Alicent walks in, and she's like, bro, like, just shut up. She's like, I hoped that you would become, like, even half the king that your father was, and you're not even a quarter of the king that I hoped you would become. Like, she's essentially being like, you're an idiot, you're so stupid. Like, he's like, they ignore me. And she's like, what input would you have? Like, you're stupid. And he's like, I'm the king. And she's like, do you think that just because you wear the crown that makes you worth listening to? Like, no. You're an idiot. All these men earned their spots on this council, and you were given it. Like, we tried to prepare you. Like, we tried to make sure you were, you know, worthy of the spot, and you threw it all away. Like, as evidenced by his inability to speak High Valyrian well. Like, that was a key part of their childhood growing up, and he just didn't want to try. He didn't want to put any effort into it. And it's come to fruition now that he's an adult, and he's like, what, like, you know, what should I do? Like, well, at first he's like, watch your tone, and she's like, or what? Like, what are you gonna do? You gonna kill me? Like, go ahead. She's so demeaning to him. She's like, you should be grateful that myself and my father and these other incredibly smart individuals even deign to give you advice. Like, it's insane. And then he asks her, like, what should I do? And she's like, do what you are good for, which is nothing. It's just like, bro. Like, Alicent, this composed individual who's always been not necessarily always like super kind to her son. Like, she's kind of treated him like crap a couple times, but she's never gone as far to tell him all these things. And it lowers him to a breaking point, like a point that he like is gonna do dangerous things when he gets to this point, and he chooses to do that. He chooses to do that, and he almost screws up the entire thing. He almost loses the war in an instant. You know, the where Rhaenyra's council successfully got her to stay back, he did not have that. You know, they were unsuccessful, and he enters the fight, and Meleys and Rhaenys just destroy him. Like, they annihilated Sunfire. Like, I'm surprised Sunfire's even close to alive, honestly. Like, they tore into Sunfire. Sunfire's like bleeding, boiling blood on people. Like, I thought they were gonna rip one of the wings off. Like, he's barely even functioning. Meleys was gonna destroy him. Luckily, Vhagar came in, which was the initial plan. It was honestly a good plan, where, you know, instead of going to Harrenhal, they go to this small place to draw out a dragon specifically. That's the whole plan. Draw out one of the dragons, have Vhagar take it out because no one's beating Vhagar. and it would have worked perfectly. Cole would have been a hero. Aemon would have been a hero. Everyone would have been, you know, showered with praise. But no, the king had to go and screw things up. And it was an interesting moment because Aemon sees the king flying in, and he's mad initially. He's like, you idiot, like, you screwed up the plan. Now I gotta go save your ass. But then he's like, hold on, wait. And he tells Vhagar to wait a minute, because he's like, honestly, if I can get this dude to die on his own, that would be prime. Like, hopefully he just dies, and then I can go in and save the day, kill Rhaenys and her dragon. And he gets there eventually. Unfortunately, the king's still alive, and he sees a moment. He sees the moment of opportunity where he can be like, honestly, I could kill both of them right now. Like, why do I not do this? And he does. He says Dracarys, and he tries to take them both out. And the king falls out of the sky, somehow barely alive. He's probably like crippled. And then, unfortunately, Vhagar kills Meleys by just chomping her neck. And she looks back at Rhaenys and is like, essentially like, I'm sorry, like, this is all I can do. And they fall out of the sky. Rhaenys dies, and it's just like, oh, it was heartbreaking. It was tough. And then Criston Cole goes to try and find the king, and Aemon is there, sword drawn. I think if Criston Cole hadn't walked up, I think Aemon kills the king. I think he kills him, maybe kills Sunfire as well. But Criston Cole just had to walk up. That shenanigan having idiot. Like, it's just so frustrating. And then and then the episode ends, and we're just kind of left with this situation of like what do we do? Like, the trailer for next episode showed them like parading Meleys's head through the town square. Like, they're just, it's so frustrating. They're such villains. I hate them. But it's tough. I don't know what Rhaenyra is gonna do. She just lost her biggest and best fighter and dragon. Like, they're really gonna need Daemon to win the Riverlands, because if he doesn't, they're effed. Like unless they take all of their dragons to go kill Vhagar, Like, if they have a 3v1 against Vhagar, 4v1 against Vhagar, they might win. Otherwise, they're gonna need to figure something else out, because it is gonna be real tough. I mean, Vhagar got a little bit hurt, but not really. So we're gonna need a lot of help to kill Vhagar and Aemond. But who knows? I mean, we still got half the season left, presumably. So lots of things definitely are still going to happen. And this episode was definitely like the, first nuclear bomb dropping in the Cold War. Like, the war is no longer cold. It is now mutually assured destruction in this situation. The first bomb is dropped. And I'm terrified to see what comes next. I think that's all I have to say, though. Definitely let me know what you guys thought down in the comments below. I'm very curious to see how you guys feel. If you enjoyed my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. If you're new here, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon or joining YouTube memberships. You just sync up your own copy of the show and you can watch along with me. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.